Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iris, and I am here to do your July spiritual guidance readings. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and watching. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you also for returning and watching this video. So if you are new to my channel, I read my cards intuitively, which means I take the pictures and I form a story based on the cards that are around those cards to give you a clear reading that hopefully will give you guidance, the guidance that you need. So I've pre-shuffled and meditated on your cards already, Taurus, and now I'm just doing a loose shuffle so that the cards can fly out, which is my preference, that they fly out as opposed to me picking them. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, and then so we'll just wait for these cards to come out and we'll put this whole story together for you. Give you a clear picture of guidance for July. So I hope that you have all been really well. And let's see. So first out is the Two of Autumn, which is about bringing more fun into your life. And also the Queen of Autumn, which is the Queen, oh, that's way too many. The Queen of Autumn, she likes to surround herself in luxury. She likes beautiful things. She likes to, she likes to meet new people. She's successful herself, and she likes to have a certain amount, to show a certain amount of her excess, not in a braggy way, but she's worked hard and she's confident, and this is what she's created, and she likes that. She's proud of herself in a non-braggy way. And then right out after that is the Nine of Spring, which is protecting what you've created for yourself. So that's interesting because, well, maybe not so interesting, right? Which it kind of makes sense because the Queen of Autumn has worked hard to create what she's created, and she also wants to protect what she's created. And then in your current situation, you have the Dreamer and you have the Five of Spring. So the Dreamer is about, embracing your true purpose and starting a new adventure. And it also, and then next to it is the Five of Springs. Now the cards are coming out fast and furious. So we've got two more cards. So the Dreamer is about, your true purpose and walking that path, that creative, the creative purpose, and coming into alignment with who you are and the things that you like, and, starting out on a new adventure. The Five of Spring is my conflict card, and in as much as a lot of times we have conflict with people external to us, we also have a lot of internal conflict that goes on as well. And then the Awakening card is also in your current, and the Awakening card is seeing things from a different perspective, like when you take the time to see things from somebody else's point of view, or a different point of view, or maybe sometimes you hear something and you go, oh, I never thought of it that way. If you hear somebody else's explanation of that, you go, oh yeah, okay, well, I never thought of that before. And so it allows you to see things from a different perspective. Okay, so your cards are out, so we can get started in putting all of this together. Okay, number one, you have got both the King and Queen of Autumn. Now you've got the Princess and the King in your guidance towards the bottom. And the reason I'm going right to the bottom is because Autumn cards are all about the stability that we create in our life. It's the financial stability. It's how we feel about ourselves, how grounded we are, the safety, security, stability. Okay, you have 4 autumn cards in your reading, and you also have the Princess, the Queen, and the King, which is really fantastic. So let's go through all of this, because I think what you have been working on is creating new stability for yourself. Financial stability, I feel, but more of a stable, aside from the financial stability, feeling more stable and grounded and balanced in your life. And that's coming through on the Awakening card, and I'm going to speak about that as well. So this Two of Autumn, it's a multitasking card. So and it's a fun card, bringing more fun into your life, but it's also a multitasking card. So this card here is saying, what I feel with this card here is that you might be juggling a couple of things. You might be juggling a job and then maybe a side hustle as part of your way, as a creative outlet. And when you are aligned with something that you really enjoy doing, even if you've got a side hustle, when you enjoy that creative process, it's not like a heavy type of thing. It's something that you actually have fun doing. That's what I'm trying to say. You have fun doing it. So it's not like it's another job, and it's something that you enjoy doing. But it does cause you to, kind of balance a couple of different things, which this card is saying is easy peasy for you. And this is my Queen of Autumn. And as I explained in the intro, the Queen of Autumn, she has built success for herself. She has created, she likes to surround herself with nice things, and she likes to display her accomplishments, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then in the same breath, she also wants to protect what is hers and everything that she's worked. And this is not just a she reading. This could be a male or female, but this is about protecting everything that you've worked really, really hard for. You can see this fairy, like she's got that look on her face, like, I've worked really hard for this. Like, nobody's going to come and take it. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing either. Okay. So in your now, is the Dreamer. And the Dreamer is all about new beginnings, new path, new life path, new life purpose, new life dreams and goals, setting out on your new adventures. But, here we got the Five of Spring. And in as much as there's these two little elves fighting in this card, I always feel like this is more of an internal conflict that you have with yourself, so sometimes this can be about our ambition. Sometimes we're overly ambitious and we have these expectations of, well, I can do this, that, or the other thing. And this speaks to kind of this creation card and juggling a few things, right? But this is sometimes we think that we can do more than what we're actually able to do, and that causes internal conflict within ourselves. And I think that is what this is. It's more of an internal conflict than external conflict. And right next to it is that Awakening card. And when I was talking about balance, here's the balance. It's the yin and the yang symbol up there, and it's about achieving that balance in your life so that you don't have so much of this internal conflict. It's okay if you go slow on this new journey. There's no race to the finish line. There's nobody chasing you that says you have to do this. Any perception that you have to do this quickly is what might be causing this internal struggle for you, right? So try and see things from a different perspective. Try and get, the mentorship or advice, or ask other people what they think of this and the best way to go about this, for example, right? So sometimes somebody else's perspective on something will help you to have a different perspective and might put things into a little bit of balance, because I do feel that you're dealing with just a little bit of inner turmoil right now. So the really great news, and I really love this because these are all okay. So we've got the princess and the king in your guidance, and you've also got the Prince of Spring. So this is about fast forward movement, things coming in swiftly. So the prince is on his hare there, and you know, it's like the story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare goes really, really quickly, but he doesn't take his time. And sometimes when you don't take your time and you move too swiftly, you know, you miss certain details and certain things, and you know, have kind of bypassed, let's say, a process to get to the finish line and taking shortcuts that might cause you strife afterwards, right? So that's kind of, but this is a lot of forward movement in your card. But what I really like about this is the princess and the king here is, I'll just talk about the princess. So the princess here, she's surrounded by books, right? So this to me says, you know, she's doing her studying, she's doing her homework, she's preparing, she's getting her ducks in a row, and she's, you know, she's being a little bit methodical in her learning, right? It to me, this is a learning card, but it's also about a planning and preparation card. And with all of that preparation and planning comes this King of Autumn. And remember, I said that the autumn cards are all about building that stability and that success and that security and the financial security and a great foundation, and being able to take care of yourself and take care of your family and all of that kind of stuff. This king, he's done that, right? Look at all of the flowers, the blooming flowers and the trees around him, and he's got a very strong companion German shepherd around him. And the king he's very thoughtful, he's very mindful, he's very kind and caring and compassionate and all of those types of things. And he's stepped into that role of being the king in his life. And again, this is not gender specific, because you have both the king and the queen, right? So you do like to create, you do like to have those nice things, you do like to have success, you like to be recognized to a certain degree for your success. Again, not in a showy off kind of way, but you work very hard in a very not showy way, you know, look at me, it's not like that at all with you, but you work hard to create stability in your life in all different ways, and to have that balance. And all of the Taurus people that I know in my life, they're very much about that creating. It's that chill vibe that they have, and they do like nice things, and they do like the recognition of their accomplishments, and it's just a wonderful thing. And I think that's kind of where you're at, and that's where you're at, and that is what is coming in for you as well as you go on this new journey, whatever that is for you, that new adventure. But the only caution that I would have in this is, you know, try not to shortcut anything. Take your time, do your planning, right? This is the planning here. And you know, just be a little bit more be like the hare, let it come in quickly, but slow your roll. And you know, don't take the shortcuts, because this is what you're going to get, right? And it allows you also the time to step into being that person that is the king and queen as well. Sometimes if we get too far ahead of ourselves, we might have the success, but we don't know how to manage this success, if that makes sense. And the easiest way I can describe that is if you win a lottery if you've been, and I said this in one of my other videos for one of the other signs as well, is that if you, let's say, for example, are very familiar and comfortable with earning $50,000 a year, and then all of a sudden you win, you know, the jackpot lottery, you know, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, the person that you are earning $50,000 a year is going to be significantly different than somebody who has $100 billion or $100 million in their bank account all of a sudden, right? There's that whole bridge to get from 50,000 to that amount. And the person who manages $100 million has a different mindset and a different way of being than a person who is used to earning, you know, a very comfortable $50,000 a year lifestyle, or even $100,000, right? It's a different mindset. It's a different way of being, right? And so that's what this card is saying, not on that grandiose level, but that's the easiest way. I hope that you understand that. That's the easiest way that I could describe it, is allowing yourself time to grow with your success is really what I'm saying there. So I hope that makes sense. But just amazing, amazing energy and things coming in for you. And, you know, just work on that inner conflict that you have within yourself. Let's see now what Oracle of Visions has for final guidance for you, Taurus. This is just such an amazing reading for you. I'm really, really happy for you. Okay, let's see. There it is right there. Okay. Oh, yes. This guy reminds me of David Bowie. Doesn't he look like David Bowie? Okay, let me just tune into this card. Okay, well, first of all, I see a lot of things going on here. We've got the rings, we've got the balls in the air. We've also got the dove there. I'm not sure what that triangle is. If you have a look at that triangle, you see, there's a word for it. I don't know what the word is, but it's not an exact, like when you look at it, the sides of it change, which says you might not be seeing things from all angles, right? And so that's that awakening, you know, card that we had. This card is what I'm talking about. But this card just really, what it says is the echoing of you're creating magic is what I'm hearing here. And really you're in just like super powerful manifesting mode and creating a lot of really awesome things. You've got the rings, you've got the balls in the air, and it's nothing that you can't handle on this new adventure. You're just, just stay true to who you are. You're really unique, and you have unique gifts and talents, and you can create magic in your life. That's what I have for you this month, Taurus. What an amazing reading. I think it's one of the best readings. I think Sagittarius had a really good reading as well. But just an amazing, really good things coming in for you. A lot of success. I see a lot of success, a lot of stability for you coming in for you, if it's not already starting to show up, Taurus. So thank you so much for watching. Those are my messages. If you like this video, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Like this video. Please leave a comment below. I love to read your comments and see how I can further support you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, all of the details and information are below this video. And until I see you again, sending you so much love and so much success. We'll see you then. Bye.